Hey guys, Drew's Cooch Collectibles. Welcome back to a brand new video. In this video, we bought a big coin collection, and then we're going to show you it all. We hope you guys enjoy. Let's get this video started. So a little backstory on this collection. We ended up starting to drive to the Perry, Georgia coin show, and we had a collector reach out to us and say, hey, if you guys are in the area up in Ohio, you can take a look at my collection, you can price it out, and you can buy it. And so when we were on our way to Perry, we were like, hey, you know what? Let's just go up there, meet him, pick up the coins, and pay him. So just to start out, just to show you how this deal kind of works and how most deals kind of work. So when you're wanting to get coins from a customer or price them over the phone or over email, most of the time you want photos, right? So is the coin white? Is the coin ugly? Is the coin toned? And that all kind of combines together on how you would buy a coin and what you would pay for it, right? So we had a list that we were sent by our subscriber here, and just laying everything out. So what grading service, and also the date and the grade, right? So that was great. So he sent me that first in an email, and then we just said, hey, can you send us more photos? And so while we were driving to Atlanta, or a little bit under Atlanta, which is Perry, I was pricing up every single coin because I received the photos for it. And so once I got those all figured up, if there was anything missing, I added that to the bottom. And then what I ended up doing is finding a grand total, and then I gave him a call, and he said, hey, that works for me. I have a few other things that I want to show you as well. So when we got to his house, what do you do then, right? So if you have 150, 200 items, you're going to want to check off everything. So we printed out a new sheet. We started checking off every single thing that was there and wasn't there. So if there was something missing or something that was additional that wasn't on the list, we could price that later and add it onto the total. And so we just wrapped up buying those coins from him. And we ended up buying a bunch of half dollars, a bunch of dollars, a bunch of graded coins, some gold as well. And so we have it all in the back here, but I wanted to spend a few minutes today showing you guys everything that we got. A little bit of what's going on up here in Ohio. It's not really snowing yet, but it'd be cool to see it snow just because we're from Houston. And we have grandparents up here, so we end up just hanging out at their house while we're in town and saving some money there. So overall, the trip's been very good. Let's show you guys all these coins that we got. We hope you guys enjoy. All right, guys, so we have about 12, 13. I don't even know how many boxes we have, but we have them all split up, piece dollars, Washington quarters. The collector took really good care of everything. He gave us the cases with these also. And so it's pretty great how organized he was. But when somebody talks about profit margin, right, when you're talking about buying a collection this size, what's kind of fair, and how much work do you have to put in? I'm not going to tell you what we might make on this deal, but I am going to tell you about the work that we have to do. So we ended up driving, like we said, up to Ohio from the Perry, Georgia coin show. We ended up sitting down with a collector. We ended up pricing everything out, spending a few hours doing that. And now what we do on the back end of that is that we film it. We also have to process it. So I'm going to put in every single cert number, every single description of every coin, where we bought it, when we bought it, what we bought it for. And then when we sell it, I'm going to have the shipping included. I'm also going to have who bought it, where they bought it, how they paid, where we have to ship it to, and then we have to pack everything up and send it out. So sometimes when people ask, okay, how is it fair that coin dealers pay not super strong sometimes, right? It's because most of the time they have to endure so many more overhead expenses than you might imagine, right? So say we make 15 to 18% profit margin per year, and we're just doing it, me and Casey, bootstrapping it, using our grandparents' house while we're in Ohio, and we're paying $55 at Fun for a night, right? We make 15% a year. But imagine you have 20 employees. You have a storefront. You also are going to every single major show. You're also putting up billboards, right? Their margins, getting 15% might not cut it for them. So what do? Sometimes they say, hey, we're going to pay lesser for things because we intake so many coins and we have to run it through the process and pay a lot of people to do that. So sometimes when someone says, man, someone's making 20% on a coin, 25% on a coin, it's like they have to do a whole lot to get that money, right? And at the end of the day, it always comes down to, after all the costs and all the coins are sold or purchased or whatever, the business owner gets paid last. So just a little tidbit. Let's show you guys what we found. So the first thing we're going to show you guys are the raw coins. So in this hand, I don't know if Casey can pick it up, but we ended up buying a bunch of BU Franklins, AU Cole Franklins, Cole Walkers, BU Franklins, AU Walkers, bunch of just stuff. I said BU Franklins twice. We also ended up buying a bunch of raw dollars. So we ended up buying Cole dollars, AU XF dollars, Mint State dollars, and most of the stuff we're going to make, $2 or $3 on if we go to sell it to somebody. And, it's good stuff to have guaranteed money. And I guess what's to say about guaranteed money? Well, guaranteed money is you're sitting down with somebody and you say, hey, I want to pay $25 for this dollar and I could sell it for 27. So me knowing I could buy those for $25 all day long, sell them for 27, that ends up making us some money, right? So that's guaranteed money. Some other stuff, which is cool, is we ended up buying a bunch of graded stuff. So, buying stuff like GSA dollars. A nice white GSA dollar, NGC MS63. No box or COA, but offered a fair price for that. And then there's a bunch of other coins that we're just going to jump through and show you guys, like we bought a nice shipwreck seated half. We bought about 4 of those in this collection. Or if, you're buying other stuff that has guaranteed money, you might be buying, Better Date, Morgan dollars, you might be buying raw gold. All those certain things have numbers out there. So if you're buying them from the public or buying them from a collection, most of the time you can find your way out or back into a deal. There's certain companies out there that'll pay you a certain amount of money for every single type of coin that you might buy. And so if you know those numbers, you can at least have a way out in case your customers don't want them when you go to sell to them. So let's sit down, split open some boxes, and show you guys some of these graded coins. A lot of the raw coins are kind of where they are. They're just raw. So let's show you guys some of these coins. All right, Case, what do we got on the table here today, man?
A few slabs.
A few slabs. Let me just zoom out real quick, all right? All right, guys, so we did fill up the table at our grandparents' house with slabs that we got today. Morgan dollars, peace dollars, Lincoln cents, proof sets. We got a little rattler action going on. We got some gold. We got some $3 gold pieces. We got some gold dollars. We got some rattlers. We got some walkers. We got some everything. So I'm going to spend a few moments showing you guys my favorites of this whole collection. This is a 1927 S piece dollar. It's graded Mint State 64. CAC approved. It's exceptionally tough to find in Mint State 64 and in gem. Has a little bit of a rainbow color to it. It's a little hard to pick up on these coins, but trying to do better on the light setup. But we are in a location that's not too favorable. We have an 1882 S, MS65 proof like. Super flashy, really nice coin. And love it a lot. Then we have 2 Spitting Eagle 91 cc's. So the Spitting Eagle you can find just right on the reverse. And it's kind of spitting something out right underneath the eagle there. Nice white looking, tougher date CC dollars. Then we have a pair of 1921 high relief piece dollars. These are in old soapbox holders. Definitely, coins people are looking for and a little bit of more vintage holder for them. Then we have the best looking 1795 half cent you've ever laid your eyes on. This one, I don't even know if it does even have a grade. I don't even know. It's so long, the grade is. And you just make out a little bit of the detail of the coin, but not super crazy about this coin, but it is something that people are looking for, and especially for an affordable price. Then we have our first year, 1916 Mercury dime. Nice, rather off-white looking, better date for the series. Nice luster to the coin. Just a few issues out in the fields, a few little hits and minor scuffs out there, which come quite easy for 62, 63s. Then we have this 1929 2.5 Indian grade Mint State 64. Really nice looking coin. It may need to go to the sticker factory, not too sure. Then we have this 1962 proof Jefferson nickel. Really interesting color. On the obverse of the coin, and on the reverse, it's got that same type of color there. It's probably from the cellophane. And then we have this 1881S Morgan Dollar, grade Mint State 64 DMPL. Dimples are exceptionally tough to find in rattlers. And so when we saw this coin, we're like, man, it's going to be good for our website, something interesting to attract a more sophisticated collector. More gold coins here, 1878S. Unk details. It's been cleaned for sure, but everything does have a good price for it. So most of the time we look at eBay and what's kind of fair for the collector if we're going to buy it from them in any condition. And so I ended up buying this coin. Then we ended up buying an 1861 gold dollar, graded Mint State 61 by NGC. Nice little detail, Civil War date. Pretty affordable coin also if you're starting to get into gold dollars. Then we have this 1838 reeded edge cap bust half, grade AU58. Not the most attractive looking coin, but that's okay. Probably going to price it just around sheet and let it go. Then we have an 1855 $3 gold piece. It's been damaged just right on the eye. I think someone kind of stuck something in it or tried to take a piece of gold off it, not too sure. It is graded AU details by Annex. It's an old Annex soapbox. And, once again, you could buy anything for the right price as long as, there's comps to back it up. Then we have this Tougher Date 1912 $5 Indian, grade Mint State 64. So this one is tougher. So when you're buying $5 Indians, and especially in these kind of off-brand holders, not PC or NGC, you're going to have to pay a little bit back and offer it for a discount. But tougher date, like I said, nonetheless. I think MS63, these go for around 1,700. Mint State 64, these go around, I think over 3,000. So expensive coin, but here is everything that we wanted to show you guys. Couldn't show it to you all in this video, but make sure to check it out on AcousticCollectibles.com. And so once we got that all in the system, then we start to take photos of everything. So Casey's going to follow me real fast. And I'm going to show you this scuffed lighting setup for these coins, but it ends up doing the trick. So, like we said, we're at our grandparents' house, and we use the bathroom at home sometimes. We also use the bathroom at home sometimes, but we use the bathroom here as well just because it's overhead lighting that's a little bit easier for you. We ended up switching out the light bulbs in the bathroom. It's going to be like bright, shining, but it is going to pick up a lot of the detail of the coin. So we end up taking 4 photos of every single coin. We take one for showing the holder and the obverse, and then just the obverse, and then we show the reverse holder, and then we show the reverse by itself. So you can see an up-close photo of every single coin. You can also see what the holder looks like. Sometimes they're scuffed up, sometimes they're older holders. You want to see all that in the photo. And so this is just a little bit of behind the scenes. What and how long does it take us just to process this collection? From buying it, writing it up, putting it in the system, taking photos of it, uploading it, making a video like this, probably 24 hours of our time. So it's a lot of fun to do it. And so we're excited to show you guys all of these coins, all these new purchases on our website, AcousticCollectibles.com. If you want to go check them out, make sure to do so because it would mean a lot to me. And they're priced pretty conservatively as well. They're pretty fair to where the market's at, or a little bit underneath that. And so make sure to go check them out. So recently, we ended up putting all these coins in this big Pelican box. So when we travel anywhere, we don't leave coins places, right? So like there's some dealers that leave coins at shows for like some guy to watch over them. If a guy paid $20 an hour, $15 an hour. We don't do that. We take the coins everywhere we go. If we're going to a restaurant, if we're going to, we're on top of our game. We're protected, we're armed. And so that's the tough part, right? So if you have that on your person, you actually have to consolidate them all so that you can fit them on your person when you're walking around. Another thing that we've been doing since we've been up here is that, when you're going on the road and buying a collection up north, you actually have to buy all the stuff. So when you get to this location, you can end up shipping stuff out. So we ended up buying a new label printer. We ended up buying some tape and some bubble mailers, and so we can use all of those to ship everything out while we're up here for a few days, and just so everything is not on a backlog. So as things sell, we end up putting information into our database. So Thank you guys for watching today's video. If you guys did enjoy today's video, make sure to leave a like, comment your thoughts on the coins we had to show you, and a little bit of the backstory and how we kind of operate when we're on the road. It's a little bit scuffed. It's a little bit of a growing pain of a business like this because you can't always be home. You got to be chasing the fresh deals. Got to be reaching out to local shops when you're in this area, when you're in Houston, so when you're at different shows. So if you guys did enjoy this video, like I said, make sure to leave a like, comment your thoughts on the video, and subscribe. More videos coming out every single week. We want you guys to be a part. See you in the next one.